Hi, welcome to Cooking School. I'm Chef David Jones. I'm here in the Georgian dining room kitchen. This week, Chef Bonnie McQueen is going to be demonstrating some different techniques for decorating cakes and pastries using fondant icing. Come back and watch it on Cooking School. Hi, welcome to Cooking School. I'm here with Chef Bonnie McQueen. Now, as I was just saying, most of the episodes that we do here on the show, I'm a little bit prepared for. I understand what I'm doing. I've done a little bit of research and so on. This particular show, I don't have a clue. This is completely outside of my area of expertise, and that's why I asked you to come along, because I've seen some of the work you do using fondant and decorating your cakes and pastries. They're just absolutely amazing. So today, welcome, and tell us what you're going to do with this fondant.
Thanks, Dave.
Tell us what fondant is.
Fondant is actually should be glucose or white corn syrup, a little bit of glycerin, shortening, water, gelatin, and of course icing sugar. And it just mixes up into a nice little paste. And if you don't have the patience to mix your own, you can always purchase it from either the Bulk Barn or Michael's.
And this particular fondant is something that you made yourself.
This is
your
my
own
own,
recipe?
yes.
So I've got a cake. I want to decorate it. I want to put some flowers, some roses, or different shapes on there. How would I do that?
That's exactly what we're going to do right now. We just start by kneading this a little bit, and got a little bit of food color. I have a base for my cake over there that we're going to kind of do a little fun.
Now these food coloring, these are a concentrated, very thick, almost pasty food coloring, right?
Yes.
If someone were to use the liquid food coloring, would that work as well? Are there any differences?
It sort of waters things down if you use the liquids, so you don't really want to go into things like that.
So you would recommend these concentrated paste. Now I see they're around $2, just over $2 for.
Yeah, and they last.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But they're very potent. I noticed that you're wearing a glove because you hurt yourself on the weekend. But it's also not a bad idea to wear gloves and to make sure you don't get this on your clothing or around on your kitchen counters and so on.
It washes.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just don't know how to wash properly. I always end up with it all over my hands.
If you stain your hands in that, it's actually when you have a shower and wash your hair, it washes off beautifully.
Maybe that's the trick. That's the secret. Bathing once in a while. You learn all kinds of things on this show. You know, regular bathing is a good thing. Who'd have thought?
So I just kind of marble the base for this one.
Now, when you say marble, so you didn't completely incorporate the coloring?
No.
So it looks like marble.
It does.
That's a pretty fancy
Flashy.
rolling pin. Is that nylon?
It's nylon.
Would you recommend that? Would a wooden rolling pin work, or are there issues with that?
It works fine if you want to use wooden. It's just that this seems to work nicer with sugars. It doesn't stick as much as a wooden one would.
Now, in some applications, especially when you're doing pastries and so on, you have a chilled rolling pin. Is there any benefit, or does temperature matter when you're working with fondant?
No, temperature's not really a thing with fondant.
Okay.
Too hot is no good, but room temperature, that's fine. Just gonna get this onto here.
Did you need to cover that?
Nope. No, that's for my flowers.
Oh, okay.
Don't help me yet, Dave.
All right, I'll just stand here looking good, thinking about that shower I'm going to have after the show.
Okay, this is just a little cutting tool.
It's like a little pizza wheel. And everything that you're using, all these little tools, everything, they can be purchased through Bulk Barn, or where would you suggest
Michael's.
people go? Or Michael's, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that just gives us a little colorful base that we're going to work off of, all marbleized.
Already that's better than anything I could do.
Okay. Today we're going to kind of make a little duffel bag or a purse, something fun. And Sarah Lee's going to help me out.
I know you've been busy all weekend, so you didn't have a chance to bake a cake from scratch as you normally would for something
Yeah.
like this. What were you doing this weekend?
We were at the Brews and Barbecue Festival, where we competed against almost 30 teams.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah. We were up all weekend, and I'm really surprised and happy that Bonnie was able to come out today to help with this. Haven't had much sleep in the last week, have we?
No, not at all.
So you're kneading this. Is that just to incorporate the color?
It is, yeah.
So it's nothing to do with texture, or like
No.
you're not developing gluten or anything like
No.
that. You're just working in the color.
And if you want to mix your own, and you can actually add the color to the liquid before it goes into your sugar.
So if you know what you're going to be doing with the fondant, then
Yeah.
that'd probably be a good
Like
thing to
just
do.
one straight color, then you can just go ahead and mix that.
Okay. And so you knead this until it's the color is blended
yeah,
evenly.
It's all blended evenly.
And when we come back, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you're going to be making a purse out of this. You
I
said.
am.
So we
Yes.
look forward to that. We'll be right back with Bonnie McQueen on Cooking's Cool. So we've taken this Sara Lee pound cake and we've laid it on the marble or marbleized fondant base.
Yep.
You've incorporated all the color. You've got a sort of a beigey color in one, a brown, and pink in another batch of fondant. And you said you're going to make up a purse and some flowers. We're going to make this relatively inexpensive pre-made cake look like $1 million.
We are.
So let's see how
So
you're
you're
going to do
gonna
that.
help me.
Oh no.
You get to paint.
All right.
That's
So-
just apricot glaze that we're putting onto the cake.
Okay.
And that just helps the fondant adhere to the cake.
Okay, and
Okay.
I can just
You have to cover the whole thing.
thin
Yeah.
layer on top?
Yeah.
Okay, I can manage. Now, if somebody wanted to use a different fruit jam, would that work as well?
It depends on the color of their fondant, because if you use something that's got a heavy red to it, then it could actually bleed out through the
Okay.
icing.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to stay away from things like that.
And what about just a syrup or a simple syrup or something like that?
That works, yep.
Okay.
As long as it's sticky.
Right, and apricot glaze, though, has got a nice texture. It's
Yeah.
nice and thick, so it works like a glue. It also stops the moisture from going through, right?
That's right. Or you could use buttercream icing if you wanted to.
Mhm. I guess the whole point or one of the main points of the show is you have a recipe, you don't have all the ingredients, doesn't mean you can't make the recipe. You can use all kinds of alternatives.
That's right.
I hope I do this right, because if I don't, Bonnie's going to tell me. Right on television. And we're just chatting with each other between segments, and Bonnie was saying, you know, one of the reasons she selected the cake is because you can make a relatively inexpensive cake look really good, really easily. You don't have to think that you have to make all of this stuff from scratch and spend hours in the kitchen. I mean, you'll see within, what, 20 minutes how you can make a simple pound cake look really good, like something you buy from a
Slider of it.
bakery. Where would you like that?
Right here.
That way?
Thank you.
Welcome.
So that just gets draped over top. I guess they want to see this, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you just gently pat your icing onto your apricot glaze.
You're just pressing it on just to make sure that it
Yeah,
adheres
I'm
to the
just-
cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just going to take our little cutter and cut cut around the edge.
Are you cutting right through the marble?
No, I'm trying not to.
Oh, okay. So you want to try and keep that circle of marble at the bottom intact?
Yes.
Oh, I see. You're doing a great job of it too.
Oops.
This is already starting to look like a professional cake.
Mm-hmm. Oops. So, that's all nice and smooth.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't feel comfortable working with your hands, you can always get these little paddles. All they are is just plastic.
That looks like a defibrillator. It looks like the cake is it's going over. Heat it up to 400 and zap it. Clear.
So, that just goes like that.
Notice how Bonnie just ignores me when I'm being stupid.
It's okay, Dave. So,
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. So you're going to leave that marble as the base for the cake? So that's going to, oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I think I'm
we're
getting
going
it.
to decorate around it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm getting it. Takes a while to catch on.
It's okay, Dave. That's why I bake and you cook.
That's it.
Oops. Need the icing sugar. So you can see rolled fondant sometimes are very sticky.
Mm-hmm.
So.
If you make up a batch, like that batch of fondant you made,
Mhm.
but you don't use it all in one shot, how long will that store for?
Months.
Months.
Yeah.
Is there anything special about the storage? I would expect keep the humidity down. You don't want it to get too hot. Anything else?
I like keeping it in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after you've opened a container, then yeah,
So even with the
Or
high
even-
humidity in the fridge, it's okay.
it's fine, yeah.
Oh good.
Tupperware. I wrap it tightly in plastic wrap and then I'll
Mhm.
just take it out and use it as I need it.
Do you have to bring it up to room temperature when you bring it out of the fridge? Does it work more easily when it's a little bit warmer?
No, I just, sometimes you can just pop it in the microwave for a minute or two
Mhm.
just to soften it and then
Right.
just work it.
Just be careful because it is
Exactly.
sugar and can
And it
burn
can
yourself
melt.
badly. You know all about burns, don't you, Bonnie? So what are you doing with this?
Ah,
The pink.
the pink, we're going to cut out a few hearts. And we're going to put hearts on our bag.
So,
This
so
is-
this is the bag. This is the parcel you were telling me.
Yes.
Okay. Takes me a while to catch on. And you're just using a little bit of what is this?
Actually, if you don't have egg whites or you don't want to whip up egg whites, I feel like I'm doing commercial for Wilton.
So this is a meringue powder.
Yeah,
You just add water to this.
just add water.
Just add water, or you can whip up some egg whites and make a real meringue.
Exactly, yeah.
So while you're gluing on the hearts onto your satchel, your box or brick,
Mhm.
we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back,
Okay.
we'll take a look and see how you're going to finish off this cake.
Perfect.
We'll be right back on Cooking School. So we finished putting the hearts on the box, on the package here. You've taken some of the fondant and you've made a long kind of a ropey shape out of it. I guess you're going to decorate around the bottom of the cake with
Around
that.
the cake, yes. That's just going on to the sides, on the bottom.
Now, I was wondering about the fondant. Does it stay soft so you can cut through it and so on?
It does because it has glycerin in it.
Oh, okay.
So-
So if you were to do like a royal icing, it's very similar, but it doesn't have the glycerin, so it gets like pretty hard when it's done,
That's right, yeah.
Ah. I should have paid more attention in the baking component of my course when I went to cooking school. And you're just taking a little ball-shaped.
Mhm.
Are those designed for baking, or are they for clay making or plasticine, or what are they?
Anything.
Anything.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty neat little tools. Just putting dimples in that rope. I'm so out of my depth here. I'm so out of my depth. Our students can do this because they take this in class, but
Yes.
you know, I'm going to have to show up at class every now and again and learn some of these things. Putting some scallop-shaped markings on the remainder of the rope.
Mm-hmm. This type of icing is a great project you can do with children.
Oh yeah, be like working with Play-Doh or plasticine. and
Exactly.
doing all kinds of neat things, and then eat it when you're done.
That's right.
Perfect.
That's where Sara Lee comes in handy. Mom doesn't have to bake.
Now, I was thinking one of the concerns you have with the meringue for the glue on this is there is a risk of salmonella. Is there a risk when you're using the powdered meringue?
Not really. Not for the amount of time that it's there.
So this would be a safer product to use. You know, if the cake was sitting around for, you know, let's say at a birthday party, you may have the cake sitting out for a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to me that that would be a safer product to use than real meringue
Yep.
for gluing the ingredients back onto the cake.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to put our little zipper. Oops. Just ran my finger over.
We need to get some Kevlar chef uniforms for ourselves, protect ourselves from ourselves. I'm starting to see where you're going with this now. I think this is like you know, what's that? There's a show you see sometimes where the guy starts painting and doing these things. You never know what it's going to be until it's over, and when it's finished, you see these really cool pictures, and that's what I'm getting here. Okay.
That's just your little handles.
Mm-hmm. So depending on, you know, if you have somebody whose birthday or a special occasion, and they've got a special interest in something, a sporting activity or something like that,
Yep.
you can use the fondant to make up these specialized or specialty cakes, you know, with whatever their activity is on there.
Mm-hmm. And this, like you could have turned this into a truck or
Right.
a car, anything really.
Excellent.
I just found a bag simpler.
So the next thing now, you're going to make some roses.
Actually, you're going to do something for a second.
Okay.
I just need you to press this into here. Make us a dolphin.
Oh, I see. So
2 or 3.
I was going to say you're cheating, but it really
Well, no,
is taking a lot
this
of
is
skill.
another thing that, you know, like you can do with kids. It's just
Press it into a mold.
press it into a mold. This is actually supposed to be a sucker mold, but works for fondant as well.
Mm-hmm.
And to get that out, just pop that in there.
Oh, cool.
You have dolphins.
So with the marbling effect, like water.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Make a few more.
Oh,
You
you
don't
want
want
more?
to? That's
many
okay.
do you want?
You want more?
Just let that one go for now.
Okay.
And
So
now
we're going to do
roses.
something really simple.
Okay.
This is just a toothpick.
And you're just taking some of the pink fondant and flattening it out.
Just flattening it out. And I'm actually just going to wrap this. So I get a rose.
Just to get the middle of the rose flower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just need to pinch that off. Or to add one petal.
It already looks like a rose.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you're not using any kind of the meringue to glue that on. You're just
No,
pressing it together
I'm just
and it'll
pressing
stick
it
to
together.
itself.
Yeah.
And the beauty of this stuff, if you make a mistake, you can just crunch it back up and start over again.
That's right.
Yep.
That's why it's so much fun to work with kids with this, because they have a good time. It's like working with plasticine or something. And just slip that off. And you get tiny roses. You can actually leave the toothpick in And when it dries, you can actually set it into a cake.
Oh, I see. So will that firm up if you let it dry out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, once it air dries it,
Okay.
because it's so thin. It
Yeah.
doesn't have the moisture of a cake underneath it, so.
Right. So that's what the rose would look like. And then do you do
A large rose?
Oh, a large
Sure.
rose. Okay.
I know you want to know how to make these things.
Because it comes up so often in, you know, the hot side of the kitchen. And
Okay, this is where saran wrap comes in handy.
Okay.
And I am working on a plastic surface. But if you take saran wrap, you can actually just pat things out even thinner.
Uh-huh.
Or you can use that little rolling pin thing. Peel that off. That's your first wrap.
So in a similar way, except instead of starting off with the core, you start off with like a little T shape, and then you just build your petals up around as you go. Usually an odd number, 3 or 5, to give it a nice shape, and then fold the outside edges out so it looks natural, like the rose is opening, or nice and tight like a young rose.
You told me you didn't read up on this.
I lied. While I'm explaining how to make roses to Bonnie, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a look and see what this cake purse looks like when it's all finished. We'll be right back on Cooking School. I remember that part from Cooking School.
Very good. Okay, we're back and we've been playing around with rolled fondant. So right at the moment, I'm just rolling a flat piece of fondant with a little toothpick, and I'm just going back and forth. So I'm getting a little ruffle effect. So not only is this nice for making flowers like carnations, but the ruffles that you see on the sides of the cakes on the rolled fondant, this is actually how it's done. So I'm just going to continue rolling back and forth. Unfortunately, there's no easier way of doing this. So this is what it looks like. It's a nice little ruffle. So you just take it, start gathering it up, pinching the bottom. Sometimes it breaks off, and that's okay. You just start all over again. Sometimes it's easier to do 4 little ones and just pinch them together. Then just do a complete wraparound. And you have a carnation.
So that's really impressive. You take a relatively inexpensive cake
Yes.
and some relatively inexpensive ingredients in a very short amount of time. You come up with something that, how much would you spend for a cake like that if you went to a bakery?
Probably 40 $45.
40
because
bucks?
they charge you for the fondant and
Yeah.
everything else, yeah.
And so what do you think this all costs with the way you did it here today?
Maybe $8.
$8. So $8 for something like this. And as you were saying earlier, as an activity to have to do with your
With
children,
kids,
it's great. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I knew nothing about it when we started, and I just want to get in there, get my hands dirty, and start playing with it now. So you've made up a couple of different roses. We made a small rose. You demonstrated that. This is the larger rose that you made, and then you took some green marbled fondant and made some flowers.
Leaves.
So, oh, sorry, some leaves. Of course, the green part. You know what? My sugar level's probably dropped. I need to cut into this cake.
Let's cut.
All right. For the recipe for this cake and everything we do on Cooking School, go to the website of rogerstelevision.com, and we'll see you next time on Cooking School.
Look at that.
Look at that, eh?